Two people, same skills, same opportunities, same 24 hours. One moves forward every single day. One stays exactly where they are. The difference is not talent, not luck, not connections. It is one daily habit. And once you know what it is, you will understand why some people keep winning while everyone else keeps waiting. Most people believe that success comes from big moments, the perfect opportunity, the breakthrough idea, the one decision that changes everything. So they wait for that moment. They prepare, they plan, they get ready to get ready, and the moment never comes. Or it comes and they are not ready for it. Meanwhile, the people moving ahead are not waiting for big moments. They're doing something small every single day without exception. And that small thing is compounding quietly in the background, building an advantage that eventually becomes impossible to ignore. Here is the habit: daily reflection. Not journaling for an hour, not meditation for 30 minutes, just 5 minutes every day, asking yourself 3 simple questions. But before we get to those questions, you need to understand why this works at a brain level. Your brain processes thousands of experiences every single day, but most of those experiences pass through without being stored properly, without meaning, without lesson, without connection to your goals. They just happen and then they disappear. Neuroscientists call this the encoding process. For an experience to become useful, for it to turn into skill, wisdom, or growth, your brain needs to process it consciously. It needs to stop, review what happened, extract the lesson, connect it to something meaningful. Without that step, experience does not become growth. It just becomes time that passed. Think of your daily experiences like raw material. Everyone gets the same raw material, the same hours, the same interactions, the same challenges. But the person who reflects daily is processing that raw material into something useful. The person who does not reflect is letting it pile up unprocessed. Same material, completely different output. So here's the framework: 5 minutes, 3 questions every day. Question 1. What worked today? Not what was perfect, what moved forward, what felt right, what produced a result, even a small one. Your brain needs to notice wins, even tiny ones. This trains it to look for progress instead of only problems. Question 2. What did not work today and why? Not to criticize yourself, to extract the lesson. Every mistake contains information. Most people feel the mistake and move on without collecting that information. Reflection turns mistakes into data, data into better decisions tomorrow. Question 3. What is the one thing I will do differently tomorrow? Not 10 things, 1. Specific, small, actionable. This creates a direct bridge between today's learning and tomorrow's behavior. Without this bridge, reflection stays in the mind. With it, reflection becomes action. But here's what makes this truly powerful and what almost nobody realizes. Daily reflection doesn't just improve performance, it changes how you see yourself. Every time you reflect, every time you ask what worked and what you will do better, your brain receives a message. I am someone who learns. I am someone who grows. I am someone who improves. And your brain acts in line with how it sees you. Over time, daily reflection doesn't just build skills, it builds the identity of a person who never stops getting better. And that identity is the real advantage. 3 steps to start today. 1. Choose a fixed time for 5 minutes of reflection. Same time every day. Evening works best for most people. Right before sleep when the day is still fresh. Set a reminder if needed. Protect that 5 minutes. 2. Keep it simple. 1 small notebook or a notes app. 3 questions, 3 short answers. What worked, what did not work and why, 1 thing to do differently tomorrow. Do not overthink the format. Consistency matters more than perfection. 3. Review your notes once per week. Every 7 days, spend 5 extra minutes reading your daily notes. Look for patterns. What keeps working? What keeps not working? Patterns reveal your real strengths and your real blind spots faster than any course or book ever will. The gap between people who win and people who stay stuck is rarely about talent. It's almost always about what they do with their experiences. Everyone lives through the same hours, the same challenges, the same ordinary days. But the person who reflects, who extracts the lesson, captures the win and adjusts by 1 degree tomorrow is compounding their experience into something extraordinary. 5 minutes a day, 3 questions every day. That's not a big habit, but over 1 year, it's 365 lessons learned, 365 small improvements made, 365 steps forward that the person who did not reflect never took. That's the gap. That's the advantage. and now it's yours to use. If this gave you something useful, leave a comment with your one takeaway, and watch the next video to keep building the daily habits that separate people who grow from people who stay the same.